Donald Trump was asked about this email that went out from DOGE, which said, please respond to this email with 5 things you did this week and CC your manager. Trump was asked about it, and Trump said that there are people who are going to be sort of semi-fired. I think in the business world, we call it a layoff, but Trump is describing it as a semi-firing. Let's see what he had to say.
Sir, do you think that DOGE could benefit from more streamlined communications? There was that email telling employees to give 5 things that they've done last week. Agency heads then told people to ignore it, but Elon Musk...
about the last email that was sent, where he wanted to know what you did this week. You know why he wanted that, by the way? I thought it was great. Because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired.
Semi-fired, I like that.
Because a lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist. They're trying to find, that's how
there are people who don't exist that are getting paid.
Badly various parts of our government were run by, and especially by this last group. So what they're doing is they're trying to find out who's working for the government. Are we paying other people that aren't working? And, you know, where's all this? Where's the money gone? We have found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud so far.
Fraud. Remember that so far they have not proven a single dollar of fraud.
And we've just started. We're actually going to Fort Knox to see if the gold is there, because maybe somebody stole the gold. Tons of gold.
Some of the agencies...
So I think it was actually, there was a lot of genius in sending it. We're trying to find out if people are working. And so we're sending a letter to people.
Now, of course, the reasons not to send such an email are obviously the effect on morale that it would have to have an entire government workforce all of a sudden say, is my job dependent on how and if I answer this email? Another reason not to send it would be that their management and supervisors didn't know it was coming. And all of a sudden you put them in the position of having to concede to their employees, we don't know what the hell's going on, don't immediately respond. Another reason not to send it would be that emails from people telling you what they are claiming to have worked on doesn't really get you to the heart of what people are doing or what they should be doing, or whether the functions of these departments are valuable to the country or not. There's a million reasons not to send such an email, but Trump likes it. And he says, if you don't respond, you're going to be semi-fired. Now, I'll be honest with you. The deadline for responding has already passed. So far, and I'm not saying it hasn't happened, so far, I have not seen anything definitive as to have people started to be laid off in droves for non-response. What is going to be done with that information? Has anything been decided or determined, or was it another exercise in just wasting people's time? Because that's also something Elon is known for, which is an exercise that you tell people, hey, here's what we're going to do, but then at the end of the day, you don't actually use it to make any actionable decisions, which is just wasting people's time. It's what we would call busy work. And in the midst of this, as Americans see that this is what the administration is focused on, they don't like it. Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine, and in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, The Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.